Hey guys, welcome to my Raven video, and I still have the flu, so my voice isn't normal, so bear with me here. And for the 600-meter Raven, I have a regular pilot on here, and obviously because it's a range, I have 3 attack pilot skills stacked. So that's that, and let's move on to my cryo and rhyme setup, and this one has the legendary pilot on here. So I'm just gonna switch out my module to phase shift because I have foolhardy quartermaster on the pilot skill. So the Michelle's mischief skill, its special skill is basically having damage resistance while you have your ability activated while you're jumping. So I have mechanic and clever survival, being able to use another jump. I would have damage resistance and wonder worker as well. While jumping, I'll be healing as well. So if I double jump, I'll be healing times 2, so which is very nice. Before we get into this game, shout out to Lottie Rose, Griffin Girl, the one and only now Raven Girl as well. So yeah, and let's talk about this game. Let's run the Phantom first so I can actually compete for the center beacon. I would want to run the Raven, which is also great for the center beacon, but I actually want to brawl and engage multiple times in the game, so I can actually showcase that build with the legendary pilot, because in the beginning of the game everyone is so focused in the center beacon. You are likely to sacrifice that bot even if you get that center beacon, or you're just way too much damage to kind of engage several more times. So I'm just killing this Strider. Another Phantom to go. My teammates Phantom don't have last stand, so that's a trouble here. And unfortunately, enemy's team backup came up to the center before my team's backup came, and they got the beacon. So now as my second pick, I was really wondering, but I ended up running the 600-meter. So this Griffin doesn't have the legendary pilot, but I ran another Raven. Okay, so I ran another Raven with the range setup anyways because it's a fun bot. And of course, with the range bot, if I have the range and if I'm in the jumping bot, I'm definitely going up to that roof. Just because I used to do this with Griffin. I used to always do this because it's with the Plasma Griffin with the Tehran and Magnum. I think I mentioned this like 5 times. Every time when I showcased a build in Yamantau. Anyways, because you get such a good angle to shoot down enemies, and if you go back like this, you're actually covered. And having double jump, I can step into that another yellow platform on the roof and then kind of go back. And that 600-meter is huge, obviously, and I have death mark on here. So if enemies just step out of cover and they're just not really caring, then they're gonna be death marked and they're gonna be shot at. Anyways, going back is basically just staying in cover with this. So I'm trying to wear down and try to kill as many guys as possible. So for the Reds, keeping that center beacon will cost maybe a lot, I guess. And if I kill enough robots at this point, when they have a lot of bots and they're kind of confident, since they have the center beacon anyways. Oh, we're getting center. And then during the mid game, when they have less robots than us, it's easier to defend or take over the center beacon. So this Aljun is attacking me. I think I have Wonder Worker on here as well, I'm not sure. I jumped, but my last stand triggered, and I couldn't get away from an Aljun, and I don't have Quantum Radar on here, so it's gonna be a tough one. I know that that Aljun is gonna be hunting me down, so just I could have stepped down and shot from below the bridge, but I decided not to. I do get easily bored sniping. I guess my style of gameplay is more brawling, so I dropped into my death button Raven. So I guess this is the new school death button Raven. So I probably shouldn't go right down the center, because they probably have because yeah, they might be, if they have like Avenger, I'll just lose a lot of health. And of course, yeah, I probably shouldn't have walked down the center, and they had Ao Ming with what's it called, something that I can't pronounce, the Dragoons for the Titans. Anyways, I need to stay in cover well, but I can kill this guy because he doesn't have last stand, so I'll lose a little bit of health, but I can jump twice and get that back, definitely, because I have the Wonder Worker, and I think I jump one more time to get full HP back, because I wouldn't need jump at the moment. If I jump out, I'll be just sitting duck, being shot at. So they're all dropping Titans, and during mid game, which is, I guess it's kind of smart to do that, because they have the center beacon. Trying to get as much rockets on this guy as possible. I lost a lot of health, but I managed to save my last stand. So this guy is in my range, so basically I'm trying to get this guy, but it will be difficult because there's another Ao Ming, which has the splash Columbus like weapons. So I am just kind of drive-by shooting, and didn't quite get him as much as I like to, but that was kind of cool. This Arthur is so tanky, holy crap. And this is supposed to be the death button. We call it the death button because that's what we called it back then. And yeah, against Titans, no way, this is a death button. So trying to get this guy, and yeah, the Ao Ming I think it's healing at the moment, so I thought I killed him, but I think this guy destroyed his bot, because I guess he didn't want to give me that kill, or maybe he left the game. No, he probably didn't. Okay, so because they dropped into their Titans, they probably have several bots left, so I'm still being careful here, because they can all drop in the center. And with the splash damage, I'm kind of supporting this guy kill this Titan in the center, and I need to get out of here because this Aojun is definitely dangerous. And I lost the rhyme. I'm kind of glad that it was a rhyme rather than cryo, because obviously medium weapon does more damage. I'm kind of hoping my teammate would engage to this guy, and this guy wouldn't be chasing me in that case, which ended up happening. So it was successful for me to kind of jump back, but I think my team lost a Titan, so that isn't too good. But the enemy actually only has 2 guys. I think someone left, or they lost a lot of bot, and double jump right into center, kill this guy. We got the center beacon. However, our beacon gauge is really low, so but I think it's okay because they only have 1 guy left. So wrapping up this game, I think that's a Loki. I'm going back up. I got one jump and attacking this guy, and I think that's a wrap. And yeah, I think that's the end of the game. So no one, I don't think, because this is post commentary. Yeah, I don't think anyone spawned in. Yep, well, win. And then let's check out the score. So 2.3 million and 1 beacon, and I didn't use any Titan or anything, just Phantom and 2 Ravens. And yeah, and obviously the legendary pilot Raven is definitely tanky in the air, so I think it's definitely more effective. and it's definitely recommended to a brawling setup Raven. And now we're dropping into Springfield, dropped into my Phantom so I can get that center beacon fast. Now trying to get that center beacon, or no, this home beacon in front of me, and then I'll run for that center beacon. And while I'm doing this, I'm kind of counting how many enemy members are coming towards center. And it looked like it was about like 3 guys, because one guy would definitely be getting their farm beacon. And actually I don't know what that guy in Hechi is doing, but trying to get this guy. Got this guy, and we have one more Phantom to go. This guy transports back, another backup comes, and I try to run into this guy's shield and attack this Hechi, but I'm out of ammo and Hechi's felt super tanky. It was better for me to just teleport back, kind of reload and kind of defend this beacon from here. Sometimes it's better to kind of move forward rather than defend in one spot, because they'll definitely come with like your counter. And if you move forward, and if I just kind of attack from further up and defend from further up, especially with Phantom, because you can just teleport back, enemies end up using their ability much earlier. They end up using their ability before they really want to use it, which makes it efficient defense, I guess. Now I did get kind of bored using this. We're kind of stuck here, and maybe I thought it was a good idea. Maybe it's exciting for me to just kind of go inside of that bulwark's shield, or if I can just like go straight up to that bulwark and just kind of attack that guy. This Falcon used its ability Fangs Out. I thought normally it's traditionalist that people run, but this was like an offensive Falcon, so I tried to attack while this guy was in Fangs Out. Now I'm dropping into, it's crazy because we lost that beacon with 3 guys being there, but I was like, what kind of bot was that? And it was of course Loki, the trickster. And I'm in my modern DB Raven. The burst is like super amazing, so it can kill if you're off guard, and if this Raven starts landing rockets on you, it just drains HP so fast. I jumped and attacked because I wanted this leech to use his ability much quicker before this leech gets right to our beacon, and yeah, basically. So I jumped, which made my bot tankier, and but that wasn't enough. So I phase shifted, and I'm trying to attack this leech while this guy doesn't have his ability, but his ability came back. Now double jump to go back, but I think that was a mistake because Loki actually got our C beacon, damn beacon, and like everyone spawned in there. So we're kind of in trouble because we're being attacked from front and back. Of course, because I said I'm being attacked from front and back, I'm sure there's gonna be a comment on that. Yep. And trying to kill this Aojun, luckily killed it. And this Mercury, I knew all along this guy was about to drop his hell dive on me, but I die anyway. So now I see a bunch of guys trying to get this beacon now. I was hoping that it wasn't Aojun or Falcon, but of course both were there. I thought I got that guy, but I didn't. I don't think that guy had the last stand either. So I mistimed my hell dive and got cooldown running and phase shifted so that I can reload my fire weapons, cooking this Falcon. And obviously this is a traditionalist. This guy wasn't gonna use Node Zenith. This guy was too tanky. Luckily I was able to use that hell dive, but it didn't do much. This bulwark, I'm actually just using this bulwark shield to just kind of protect myself. But this leech was leeched onto that bulwark, so trying to kill this leech, but obviously when it's using its ability, it's just way too tanky. Yeah, I try to survive using my ability, but I think a lot of splash damage and stuff like that got me. And I have 2 range set up, but I didn't want to lose this beacon, and it looked like they only had 3 guys. I wanted to wrap up this game and execute this game fast, and I just thought maybe I should drop into one of my range, have my last stand and phase shift, and while I'm kind of sitting on this beacon so enemy can't spawn in, my teammates, my backup will kind of come in and we'll be victorious. It'll be team win. But yeah, of course that didn't happen, and dropped into my Hussar and what are these called? Marquez setup. So 600 meter Raven. So I like I like this Raven more than Dragoon Fury. Obviously it's a better build, but more because the Hussar and Marquez actually fire faster, therefore enemies reaction time is less. While they're reacting, it's like the time they can react is very short because I'm landing my shots much faster. I mean, that's what I see. That's what I feel like. So I'm death marking this guy because this guy was way too close. Now I have no idea how we got a couple of our beacons back, because we didn't have much. I think some of our guys snuck in to beacon C. We got that, and then we got our home beacon back because our spawn is just right there. So I'm just kind of feeling pretty good because they only have 2 guys, and I'm just ready to get that center beacon, trigger this guy's last stand while at it, getting my double jump back as well. So we have another backup coming towards the center beacon as well, but Aoming dropped, death marked, and I think 3 or 4 guys are shooting at this Aoming. So this Aoming should go down pretty fast, but for some reason I don't know where this guy came from, but the kid, I thought the beacon was white all along, but the kid drops in, uses this guy's ability and everything with the vengeance and retaliator brawling, but many guys are engaged onto this guy, so we were able to get it and we eliminated all the enemies. We won, team win. So I don't understand how this happened, but we won. So it was a little bit different game, especially on Springfield, and 2.8, 3 beacons and 5 kills. Didn't use any Titan. And thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe for more. Hopefully I can destroy this flu, my immune system. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.